दोस्तों आज का ये वीडियो जो है वो एक Q&A वीडियो होने वाला है, यानी क्वेश्चन और आंसर वीडियो होने वाला है। हमारे साथ हमारे स्पेशल गेस्ट प्रशांत राधाकृष्णन है। प्रशांत जो है वो सेमा कनेक्ट इंडिया में वाइस प्रेसिडेंट एंड हेड ऑफ सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग है। सेमा कनेक्ट बेसिकली चार्जिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सोल्यूशन प्रोवाइडिंग फर्म है, यानी कि ये लोग जो है वो चार्जिंग स्टेशन को लगाते हैं। वैसे तो ये कंपनी जो है आज से लगभग 12-13 साल पहले चार्जिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यूनिट्स लगा रही है, तो इनका जो एक्सपर्टीज है विदेशों में लगाने का, अब उसको ये भारत में कैसे कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं। हमारे पास जो भी और भी क्वेरीज थी वो सारी पूछने वाले हैं प्रशांत से। प्रशांत के पास लगभग 25 साल से ज़्यादा का एक्सपीरियंस है, ना सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स में बल्कि मार्केटिंग ऑपरेशंस, बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट, सेल्स, इन सब में 25 साल से ज़्यादा का एक्सपीरियंस प्रशांत के पास है। हमारे साथ होने वाले हैं आज प्रशांत, और हम इनसे क्वेश्चंस करेंगे जितने भी हमारे मन में क्यूरियोसिटी, हम जानेंगे बेसिकली सीमा कनेक्ट क्या है और इंडिया में चार्जिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को लेकर क्या कुछ बेहतर चीज़ें होने वाली हैं। आपको फैक्ट के लिए बता दूं, आज से लगभग 11 साल पहले पूरी दुनिया में सिर्फ 17,000 इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स हुआ करती थी, जो 2020 आते आते 1 करोड़ से ज़्यादा हो गई। भारत में इस वक्त लगभग 2.5 लाख इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स हैं। उम्मीद की जा रही है कि लगभग आज से 9-10 साल के बाद ये 1 करोड़ से ज़्यादा क्रॉस कर जाएंगी। भारत में सिर्फ 80,000 फ्यूल फिलिंग स्टेशन हैं, जबकि इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स के लिए 2,000 ईवी चार्जिंग स्टेशन हैं। तो सेमा कनेक्ट जो है वो ईवी चार्जिंग स्टेशन लगाती है, और हम जानेंगे कि भारत में आगे कुछ कैसे क्या होने वाला है, क्योंकि लगभग 1 करोड़ कार्स अगर आ जाएंगी या फिर ईवी बढ़ रही है, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स बढ़ रही है, तो चार्जिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कितना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। तो चलिए चलते हैं ऑफिस और वहाँ जाके जो है जो शेड्यूल टाइम है वहाँ पे प्रशांत को इन्वाइट करते हैं। So sorry for the delay, Prashant, and we are happy to have you at Behind the Wheels.
नो
Welcome to Behind the
प्रॉब्लम।
Wheels. प्रशांत जी, सबसे पहले तो जो है कि मुझे थोड़ा सा ये बताइए कि जैसे मैंने देखा आपका कि 14,000 ईवी स्टेशंस के प्लस आपने नॉर्थ अमेरिका में इंस्टॉल कर दिया, तो इंडिया में भी आप वही चाहते हैं। वहाँ हम लोगों ने देखा है नॉर्थ अमेरिका एंड ऑल द डेवलप कंट्रीज़, वहाँ पे बहुत पहले से ईवीज़ हैं। इंडिया में जो है ईवीज़ अब नया ट्रेंड है, बट फास्ट मूविंग ट्रेंड है। तो हाउ आर यू लाइक, वहाँ का जो एक्सपर्टीज़ आप अपना लेके आ रहे हैं, तो इंडिया में उसको कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं, कैसे आप इंडिया में जो है उस चीज़ को, आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसे काउंट यहाँ हो रहा है?
तो पहले मैं ये बता दूं कि हमने एक्चुअली जर्नी कब से शुरू किया और क्या कब से कर रहे हैं एक्सेट्रा, तो थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड रहेगा सबके लिए। तो
डेफिनेटली।
एक्चुअली कंपनी शुरू हुआ था 2009 में यूएस में। और एक्चुअली उस जमाने में एक्चुअली यूएस में भी काफी कम ही थे ईवीज, ऐसा नहीं था कि वहाँ पे ईवीज थे। एक्चुअली जो अभी जो हम सुनते हैं टेस्ला जो मार्केट लीडर है उसमें,
ठीक है।
तो उस जमाने में टेस्ला का भी कोई प्रोडक्शन गाड़ी नहीं था मार्केट में, राइट। तो कुछ पुराने वाले ईवीज थे जैसे निसान लीफ वगैरह, और आई थिंक जीएम के कुछ पुराने वाले ईवीज थे उस जमाने में। लेकिन जो हमारे फाउंडर और सीईओ मिस्टर माही रेड्डी का सोच था कि यही फ्यूचर होगा सारी दुनिया में, तो जस्ट लाइक एन अर्ली मूवर कि ही इन्वेस्टेड इन दिस प्रोपोजिशन कि हम चार्जिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे कंसंट्रेट करेंगे, क्योंकि ये मार्केट मूव होगा इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स से को। तो 2009 में जैसे मैं बोला था कि शुरू हुआ था कंपनी, और करीब 2010 में, क्योंकि उस जमाने में कुछ स्टडी करना था कि ये मार्केट कैसे होगा, राइट, और टेक्नोलॉजी क्या होगी, राइट, कुछ क्लैरिटी नहीं था उस टाइम पे। तो 2010 में थोड़ा रिसर्च करना पड़ा और थोड़ा क्लैरिटी बढ़ने लगा, तो हमने एक सब्सिडरी खोला था इंडिया में, विच वुड डू सब R&D और ये जो पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स जो है जो कंट्रोल करता है ये सब चार्जिंग का, और फिर IT टेक्नोलॉजी विच इज यूज्ड फॉर कंट्रोलिंग चार्जिंग स्टेशंस, एंड ऑफ कोर्स डिजाइन ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट एंड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग। तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग भी हम इंडिया में ही शुरू किया था 2010 के करीब। और पिछले कुछ 10-11 साल में जैसे ही मार्केट मैच्योर होता गया, तो हमें अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिले लार्जली यूएस में, कि हम ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जो है हम बेचे इसेंशियली ये कमर्शियल और रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी ओनर्स को, large companies को, so that they can provide EV infrastructure to their जो tenants हैं या users हैं या employees हैं, जैसे, right। तो और फिर इस साल 2021 में जैसे ही हमने देखा कि इंडिया में थोड़ा मेच्योरिटी आने लगा है, या एटलीस्ट जो गवर्नमेंटल पुश है, और जो बाय देन इंडस्ट्री का भी मूवमेंट हो गया था ईवीज के ऊपर, तो हमने सोचा कि क्यों ना हम इंडिया में भी ये हमारे जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं यहाँ पे बेचें, राइट? तो so that is the reason why we set up our sales and marketing team. The good part ये था कि हमारे पास प्रोडक्ट्स तो ऑलरेडी थे, राइट? और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग भी इंडिया में ही होता है, तो इट वाज जस्ट इंस्टेड ऑफ सेंडिंग इट टू द यूएस, तो हम वी आर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग इट इन
डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग टू इंडिया।
राइट?
तो मतलब बेसिकली आपने यूएस के लिए भी जो प्रोडक्ट्स भेजे वो इंडिया से ही जा रहे थे आपका
करेक्ट,
स्टार्टिंग।
वैसे भी हम प्रोडक्ट्स यहाँ पे बनते हैं और फिर शिप होके वहाँ पे बेचते हैं,
दैट्स
तो अभी
अमेजिंग,
तो यहाँ से बना के हम यहाँ पे ही बेचेंगे,
दैट्स
तो वही
अमेजिंग,
एक स्टोरी लाइन है।
दैट्स
तो
अमेजिंग।
obviously जो because we are selling in the western market which is a more advanced market, ऐसा है कि product quality has to be good, नहीं तो हम वहाँ पे तो बेच नहीं पाएंगे, right? It is not only about price वहाँ पे, और फिर जो है product certified होने चाहिए, क्योंकि without that, especially because it's an electrical product, without certification तो बेचना नामुमकिन है actually। So ये सब हमने किया हुआ है यूएस में। तो ऑब्वियसली थोड़ा चेंज करना पड़ा इंडिया में, बिकॉज हम यहाँ पे इंडियन सर्टिफिकेशन भी है, तो वो हम ले रहे हैं अभी, बट यू नो वो उतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि वी हैव ऑलरेडी सर्टिफाइड इन यूएस, तो द स्टैंडर्ड्स आर प्रीटी मच द सेम। यहाँ पे जो स्टैंडर्ड्स है वो एक्चुअली कॉपी किए हुए हैं फ्रॉम ओवरसीज, फ्रॉम द मोर मैच्योर मार्केट्स, व्हिच इज द राइट वे टू डू इट। तो वही है स्टोरी। सो वी आर नाउ सेलिंग इन इंडिया, एंड हमारे जो मार्केट्स हैं, तो हम यहाँ पे एक्चुअली इंडिया में मैं देखता हूँ कि थोड़ा मिसकंसेप्शंस होते हैं कि कैसा होना चाहिए ईवी चार्जिंग, और गवर्नमेंट को आर सपोज टू पुट इट अप एटसेट्रा। ये मैं नहीं मानता, राइट? इट इज नॉट गवर्नमेंट्स रोल टू डू थिंग्स। वी शुड नॉट गो बैक इनटू दैट ओल्ड यू नो थिंकिंग कि गवर्नमेंट सब कुछ करेगा, जैसे वो कुछ माँ बाप है हमारा, राइट? ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। Government should make policy, right, which is forward-thinking policy, gives the right incentives, and then private enterprises, private business, and private individuals should do the rest, right? We cannot have government in everything, and you know, government gets into anything, they only destroy it. The right incentive structures are not in place for government to do things effectively.
That's another perspective, definitely.
Yeah, so there is a role that government has to play, which is essentially about policy making and all that, which they are doing, and I think then it's rest up to industry and entrepreneurs, business people and all that to take this forward.
Yes.
तो हमारा अप्रोच यहाँ पे इंडिया में भी एक्चुअली इज वेरी सिमिलर टू आवर अप्रोच इन द यूएस, कि ऐसा नहीं है कि वी विल गो एंड डिप्लॉय थाउजेंड्स ऑफ चार्जर्स एवरीवेयर, वो हम करते नहीं हैं। व्हाट वी डू इज एक्चुअली सेल आवर चार्जिंग स्टेशंस एंड आवर सॉफ्टवेयर एंड टेक्नोलॉजी टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, बिल्डर्स, प्रॉपर्टी ओनर्स, ताकि हर कोई अपनी जगह पे इंस्टॉल कर सके एंड यूज कर सके।
My next question is the same question only कि what is actually your target audience? Meanwhile, anyone who is pulling up the order, और या फिर आपका कोई ऐसा है कि हमें गवर्नमेंट यूनिट्स को, जैसे कि हम लोगों ने पब्लिक पार्किंग हो गया, तो अगर हमारा कोई पब्लिक पार्किंग में डिमांड करता है, या फिर मेरी, जैसे मैं प्राइवेट अपार्टमेंट में रहता हूँ, मेरी पर्सनल अपार्टमेंट है, वहाँ पे अभी मान लो कि 10 ईवीज़ हैं, आई नो कि फ्यूचर में वो 50 या मेरी फुल कैपेसिटी पे ईवीज़ ही पार्क होंगे वहाँ पे, तो क्या आप लोग पार्किंग्स में या अपार्टमेंट्स में या फिर गवर्नमेंट को या फिर पब्लिक बूथ्स पे लगा रहे हैं, लाइक नियर बाय बस स्टॉप्स, पब्लिक पार्किंग्स, या मतलब व्हाट इज एक्चुअली योर टारगेट कि हमें यहाँ इंस्टॉल करना है?
So I'll tell you very specifically what is our target. Our target is actually 4 segments right now. एक है commercial real estate, so which is office buildings and so on and so forth.
Malls and all, right?
Second is residential real estate, तो ये बन गए essentially apartments, buildings, houses,
Okay.
वगैरह। इसमें तो दो, within that there are multiple segments, क्योंकि you know you have to sell to builders for their greenfield projects, and then you have to sell to RWAs for existing properties for retrofitting and all of that kind of stuff. And then there are apart from these 2 segments, we also have large corporates, तो large institutions who have their own campuses, जैसे Microsoft पकड़ लो, या Google, या Cisco, या SAP, या जो भी है, multinationals में, and lastly also retail and hospitality, जो hotels जो है, malls जो है, वगैरह। So those are our target segments. Government हमारे लिए इज नॉट currently a big prominent sector, right? Because government में क्या होता है कि it is so largely driven by price and connections, and the way to sell to government is different.
It's different,
हमारे
definitely.
पास I think right now उतना skill नहीं है to sell into government,
Too
so
many
we would rather focus on areas which we know well,
complex processor,
which we can use
definitely,
our
definitely.
expertise.
नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज कि आपके जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं तो व्हाट आर एक्चुअली योर प्रोडक्ट्स मीनवाइल कमर्शियल व्हीकल्स के लिए है या फिर ईवीज टू व्हीलर्स एंड एवरीथिंग, क्योंकि हर किसी का डिफरेंट बैटरी पैक है, हर कुछ डिफरेंट है, तो आपके बेसिकली मेजर प्रोडक्ट्स क्या है, आप लोग क्या चार्जिंग स्टेशन के?
Actually, India में हम actually our product range we have about 6 to 8 different products, but India में हम actually we are right now focused on only 2 products.
ओके.
एक product जो है is called the Series 4. This is a single plug charger for 4 wheelers, right?
ओके.
And then we have another product called the Series 7.
ओके.
This is a dual plug charger. तो मतलब एक चार्जर के साथ दो दो 4 wheelers को चार्ज कर सकते हैं at any given time, right?
Okay.
Now in charging, and इसमें भी there is a lot of misconceptions that are there, so which we should, one of my attempts is to try and educate the public as to what this is about, right? तो अगर आप देखेंगे तो क्या होता है कि चार्जर्स, ये जो मेंटालिटी है for how fueling a vehicle happens, उसमें थोड़ा बदलाव आता है जब when you actually use an electric vehicle. तो what do I mean by that? अगर आप अभी एक ICE vehicle, मतलब मानो ये पेट्रोल या डीजल vehicle, when you are running low on fuel, तो आप क्या करते हैं? You go to a petrol station and 10 minutes में आप भर देते हैं, right? With whatever petrol or diesel or जो भी है, and you pay the money and you go. So this is the paradigm that we are in currently, right? And this has been happening for the last 100 years. So everybody has internalized how this is, right? But EVs में जो होता है, what happens is कि it is not this, charging your electric vehicle is not the same as filling petrol. Okay? Because EVs, charging a vehicle takes time. Okay. So now in charging also there are 2 types of charging, right? There is AC charging, which is charging with AC electricity,
And
and
DC
DC charging, right? तो हमारे पास जो है अभी के लिए is what we have are AC charging stations.
Okay.
Right? So in AC charging, what happens is that the battery consists of DC energy, right? So you need to convert AC to DC. How this happens is via an onboard charger. There's something called an OBC or an onboard charger, which resides inside every vehicle. ठीक है, अभी मैं 4 wheelers की बात कर रहा हूँ स्पेसिफिकली, 2 wheelers की बात मैं अभी करूँगा
ठीक है,
आगे,
ठीक
ठीक है. So इसमें क्या होता है, तो अगर आप मान लो what is the electricity that we get in our houses or in our offices or anywhere actually, how is electricity distributed across the world actually, right? Electricity is distributed as AC electricity, right? So in that battle 100 years ago between Tesla and the other guy, Edison, I think, between AC and DC, so AC essentially won, right? So that is how transmission of electricity across the world is in AC, right? But charging has to be done in DC. Now, how much of energy is passed via the electric circuitry that we have around us? So in India, we have electricity which is at 240 volts, that's 200 to 240 volts. And typically in a residential or even in a normal commercial environment, the maximum amperage that you will get will be 16 amps.
Yes.
Correct?
True.
So if you multiply 240 by 16, right, essentially you will get about 3.5, 3.7 kilowatts of energy in 1 hour.
That's pretty less.
Yeah, but that is what that is the amount
we are
of
getting.
energy.
हमें यही मिल रहा है बिल्कुल.
Right? So Now look at the batteries that we have, right? The batteries will keep varying, and in fact, what is going to happen more and more, and this we see in the West, is the batteries are getting bigger and bigger. Okay, a normal Tesla will come with like 72 kilowatt hours battery, right? Uh, in India, the vehicles that we have today, right? So you take the Tata Nexon, which is the most popular EV in India today. Tata Nexon has a 30 kilowatt hour battery.
Yeah,
Okay?
true.
MG ZS EV, which is the second most popular EV in India, has got a 45 kilowatt hour battery. The Mercedes Benz EQB has an 80 kilowatt hour battery. I think that Audi e-tron is 70 odd kilowatts, right? So you can see that the better the car, the bigger the battery, right? And that logic is very simple, right? Because you want to offer range, right? So what is going to happen is most of these things are going to go up the battery sizes. I mean, there is always an optimal point because it's a measure of cost and
True,
weight
true.
and range, and it's always an optimizer. So, what is the normal electricity that we get in our offices or houses? 3.6
3.6.
kilowatts, right? So, how many hours will it take to charge a 30 kilowatt hour? How many hours will it take to charge a 45 kilowatt hour? How many hours will it take to charge a 80 kilowatt hour? Right? So these are challenges. So across the world, what happens is that there is a kind of a standard which is emerging, which is a 7.5 kilowatt hour. 7.5 kilowatt hour charger, right? And this essentially is 240 volts at 32 amps. So essentially, the pipe carrying the energy is double the size of the current pipes that are there, right? So most of our chargers are 7.5 kilowatt hour chargers. Okay. So obviously, this will charge your car faster, but it's not only about the speed of charging; it is about the optimal. It's you have to find the optimal point because, like I mentioned, you also the actual charging takes place through what is called the onboard charger. Okay,
Definitely.
and the onboard charger has a capacity, a maximum capacity. So, for example, in the Tata Nexon, right, there the onboard charger capacity is limited to 3.5 kilowatts.
Okay.
So they have consciously made that decision, right? And I think the logic behind that decision is that that is the electricity that you get in your house. So that is the way that you charge it, right? And that is why they have limited also the battery. So like I said, the battery, it's only 30 kilowatts, right? Because so all of this was part of their equation when they were building the car, right? And they arrived at that formula and they have done what they have done. But what is going to happen? So even if you use one of our chargers, which is giving you an output of 7.5 kilowatts, the Tata Nexon will not take it. It will only take 3.5. Okay.
Okay.
So these are all the kind of variables that go into the kind of things that are there, right? Now this is all AC charging. Now what about DC charging? And then this whole thing about everybody saying कि मुझे 10 मिनट में चार्ज चाहिए
10 मिनट में चार्ज चाहिए बिल्कुल.
तो फंडा ये है कि डीसी चार्जिंग में क्या होता है कि it the converter, right, from AC to DC takes place outside the vehicle. So essentially, the charging unit converts the AC to DC, and then this bypasses the onboard charger in the vehicle and directly charges direct current
Battery.
into the battery. Okay. So why don't we all? So what happens with that is then you remove the restriction of the onboard charger's capacity because now the converter is outside the vehicle. It's in the charger. Okay. However, there is also a BMS in the vehicle, which is a battery management system, which controls the amount of energy that the battery can take. Okay. Because जब battery charge होता है, there is also heat generated and all of that kind of stuff. So this is a protector. The BMS is a protector which protects the battery. So even with DC charging, there is a maximum capacity that a vehicle can take, right? So if I am not mistaken, I might be wrong, but from what I know, the Tata Nexon, for example, has a maximum capacity of even of direct of DC charging of about 25 kilowatts. but which is pretty good in the sense that if the battery is 30
30
kilowatts,
kilowatts.
and if I can take 25 kilowatts, that means in about an hour I can charge it completely. Though even when you say charging completely, it's a bit of a misnomer, na? Because nobody is going to let their car go down to 0%. Okay? So typically जो बोलते हैं, you have to look at what is the charging time from 20% to 80%. Okay? So 20% to 80% in a Tata Nexon is essentially about 16 kilowatts of energy. So if you are charging with a 25 kilowatt hour charger, a DC charger, you can charge it in like 45 minutes,
45
right?
minutes.
Which is good for you to do. But so this is the various kinds of charging and what happens there. But in this space also, again coming back to that point about consumer behavior, what happens in with EVs, and this is our knowledge from doing this charging for the last 10 years across the world, is that EV drivers' behavior changes when they buy an EV, right? So it is not that अरे battery कम हो गया, let me go to some place to charge. ऐसा नहीं होता, right? जो होता है कि अच्छा मेरा गाड़ी पार्क है, अरे चार्ज कर लेते हैं, ठीक है? So with EVs, you don't need to go somewhere to charge it, right? You don't have to go to a fuel station. There is no fuel station. जहाँ पे भी आपका गाड़ी है, that is the fuel station. ठीक है? So the 90 odd% of all charging in the US takes place via AC charging, and it takes place in two places, either in your house or in your office.
Okay.
So what is the logic for that? The logic is very straightforward, right? It will take multiple hours to charge the vehicle, ठीक है? लेकिन आप अगर आप घर जाते हो शाम को, right? तो अगले दिन तक आपको कोई काम तो है नहीं गाड़ी के साथ, तो बस प्लग करके चले जाओ. By morning your car is fully charged. और अगर वहाँ पे नहीं हुआ, then the next big place that your car is parked all the time is in your office. तो आप ऑफिस को पहुँचो, पार्क करो गाड़ी को and charge your vehicle, right? So that is why also why I say that it is not the government's job. It is not कि हमें fuel pumps चाहिए हर जगह, जैसे हमारे अभी के HPCL, IOCL pumps, right? It is our responsibility. It is like your mobile phone, यार. आप सोचते हो क्या कि आपको कहीं जाना है चार्ज करने,
Definitely, definitely.
right? So
Very similar.
in the car, battery is pretty much the same as the phone battery, right? It's just that it's much bigger and all of that kind of stuff. So the logic and the way that the market moves is that your charging station is where your car is, right? So in my view, for example, you would probably need multiple charging stations per vehicle. So agar, if there are 1 million EVs sold, you would probably need to have at least 2 million charging points,
Very true.
right? So that is the logic, and hence it is not a public good that the government should do, right? It is a private requirement which private individuals, enterprises, and all that need to do in order to solve their charging problem. It is the government's job in some ways to provide electricity. At least in India, तो वैसे ही हो चुका है ना. The government is essentially a utility provider. But if you go in the West, it's not even the government's job to provide electricity. That's a business, right? But that is why all our discoms and our transmission companies and everybody else is also losing money all the time, right? जो हमें ही pay करना पड़ेगा ना finally. वो तो हमारे taxes से जाते हैं ना. So that's the more or less the storyboard behind how EV charging is and what we see is the future, right? So it has to be there in your malls, it has to be there in your parking lots, it has to be there in your apartments, it has to be there in your offices, it has to be there everywhere. Wherever your car is parked, that could be potentially your charging point.
Yeah. Now the thing is you just talked about फोर व्हीलर्स. टू व्हीलर्स की अगर हम बात करते हैं या फिर
Yeah.
फ्यूचर में कमर्शियल व्हीकल्स की बात करते हैं, जैसे रिसेंटली हमने काफ़ी सारे प्रोटोटाइप्स भी देखे हैं जो अभी कमर्शियल व्हीकल्स में आने
Yeah.
वाले हैं.
Yeah.
तो उनकी बैटरी पैक डेफिनेटली एक टू व्हीलर का बैटरी पैक छोटा होता है, लाइक 3 किलोवाट. ओला में हमने देखा 4 किलोवाट. और समथिंग लाइक इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स जैसे ट्रक्स वगैरह में अगर आएगा तो वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा बैटरी पैक रहेगा. तो हाउ द बैटरी कैपेसिटी और चार्जिंग स्टेशन कैसे डिफ्रेंशिएट करते हैं, जैसे कि चार्जिंग स्टेशन का पावर ज़्यादा है या बैटरी का पावर है, तो हाउ इट कंबाइंस.
Yeah, and you're right. There are various different kinds of use cases, and they will have different kinds of solutions. तो अगर आप देखते हैं टू व्हीलर्स को, राइट, एंड उसकी बात करते हैं, So right now, for example, we don't offer a two-wheeler solution because, like I said, हमारा legacy था supplying in the American market. तो वहाँ पे तो two-wheelers तो है नहीं. तो essentially we have four-wheeler products. But having said that, हम अभी we are in the process of designing and making a two-wheeler product, which should come out by March or April of 22. So in the next 3-4 months, we will have a two-wheeler product also. But and you, as you rightly said, the batteries in two-wheelers are small, right? It's 3 kilowatt, 4 kilowatt maximum. So in that case, charging with domestic electricity or electricity in your office, etc., is more than sufficient, right? Because 240 volts at even 15 amps, 16 amps is fine. In an hour's time, you will charge it, right? So there really is no problem with that. The challenge in the two-wheeler side ये है अभी तक एक जो है plug standards, right? तो अभी इंडिया में there is a plug standard which was announced by the government long back, which is called the 60309. Um, this was done in 2013-14 or something. Now at that time also we had kind of objected to that standard. It is kind of a low voltage standard, right? And we knew that वो technology बदल रहा है all the time, and that is going to go away. But anyway, that is the standard that is there in India. But the problem ये है कि, for example, if you look at all the modern EVs which are there, if you look at four-wheelers, like the Tata Nexon, the MG, the Mercedes, even the Hyundai Kona, they don't use 60309. They all went to CCS or IEC Type 2, right, which is the European standard. But anyway, at least there is a standard, kind of a standard, which now industry has kind of
Adopted.
this, saying नहीं 60309 नहीं चलेगा, हम ये IEC Type 2 करेंगे. ठीक है, तो at least that is kind of established. So four-wheeler charging stations में I can give a plug and you can come and plug it in. But the challenge ये है two-wheelers में कि ऐसा कोई industry standard नहीं बना, right? Government still says कि IEC 60309 use करो, but actually if you see what is happening in the market, they are not doing that. While Ather has got their own proprietary plug standard, other guys have their Bajaj has its own, and so does TVS. Some of them are using IEC 60309, but not everybody, right? So अगर plug का कोई standard नहीं रहेगा, जैसे आप mobiles में देखते हैं ना, more or less everybody apart from Apple has kind of converged on that
C-type
Type-C USB,
yes,
right?
definitely.
But still, Apple is different, and then हमारा है, we will do our thing, right? So the same way, so which essentially means if you don't have your Apple charger with you, then you will find it very difficult unless you find another Apple guy who's got a charger, correct? So interportability needs to be there. I mean, for it to be a sustainable solution. So in two-wheelers, so in four-wheelers it's okay because now it's pretty much converged into the IEC Type 2. So we can use that and go along. So in our charging station, whether you bring an MG or a Tata Nexon or a Mercedes-Benz, is no problem because all of them will charge. But two-wheelers में ये problem है. So what are two-wheeler charging stations? Two-wheeler charging stations today have become glorified 16 amp sockets. Glorified, I mean that they are just connected and they are smart in that sense कि वो network है and there's a pricing platform to it and so on and so forth. But otherwise, it is pretty much a 16 amp kind of socket solution or a 60309 socket solution. So this is the challenge with two-wheelers.
Then
Now-
again we just goes to DC charging. वहाँ भी सॉकेट टाइप जो है चेंज हो जाता है. DC charging में भी DC 001 है और बहुत सारे उनके भी आ जाते हैं, तो वो भी एक चैलेंज है.
Correct. So DC 001, along with the 60309, which is also called the AC 001, right? These were the two standards developed by the government, actually through the professor from IIT Madras. But even DC 001 is not a good standard, correct? Because that is so. For example, in any of the modern EVs, you cannot charge with the DC 001. You have to charge with CCS.
True.
Correct. So that is the story. So the problem is DC 001 is being used by the old cars, right? So your E2O and the old Tata Tigor, I think, whatever it was, which is being used as a fleet vehicle. All of those are using DC 001, but they are not. That's not the future, right? The future now is CCS, and that's what we have to do. The other question you asked is about commercial vehicles and large vehicles. right? Buses and so on and so forth. Now that's a very interesting one because obviously their batteries are going to be much larger, right? And given the size of those kind of batteries, what one would need to probably do is probably just use DC, because with AC, it will just take too long, right? So you will probably have to do DC CCS, charging at 180 kilowatts or something, or 250 kilowatts or something like that, right? Because if that battery is, for example, I don't know, because I don't even know what vehicles are available in India with buses or whatever, but you will have like a 200 250 kilowatt battery. So you would probably need to use DC charging only. Um, and or the other option which is possible and will probably be attractive in a commercial, let's say in a passenger bus kind of scenario, is battery swapping, right? But ये कैसे play out होगा इंडिया में, I don't know.
Just interrupted curiosity
Sure.
question, like for example a bus is having a 250 kilowatt of battery, let us say, suppose हमने मान लिया, and just we are dividing the battery in a four parts for charging itself, just dividing it like in a 60 kilowatt four put. So cannot we just simultaneously plug in four AC chargers and charge each individual cell or each individual pack of batteries, something like that? Because I think so AC is far better because it's good for battery life as well.
Absolutely, right? So I don't know the answer to that question because I'm not a technical genius on all this stuff.
Okay.
The OEM who's making the product obviously needs to think about this. Uh, I
Because
have not seen
yeah,
any
recently
electric.
Chandigarh we have 300 fleet of electric buses delivered by Ashok Leyland, and we have other cities as well. Mumbai also has some buses, although they are not running. We cannot say they are very practically running because we only goes to the launching or inauguration ceremony जब buy करते हैं, उसके बाद वो लॉन्ग टर्म में कितना ज़्यादा डिपो पे खड़ा हुआ है या रोड पे चल रहा है, वो हमारा स्टाफ कितना ज़्यादा बेटर है, वो हम लोग अभी कमेंट नहीं कर सकते.
Correct. तो actually इसमें जो है ना कि because these batteries are so much larger and that you will have to use, and if you want to use DC, now even if you use 150 kilowatt hour DC charger, for example, right? Now 150 kilowatts is a lot of energy, right? Which who has got 150 kilowatts of energy in their property? Then you will have to, the current existing, let's say, municipality के bus depots जो है, they will not have so much of energy,
True.
right? It is like 150 kilowatts is like charging an entire apartment building or something, right? उसके लिए separate transformer चाहिए, separate connection चाहिए होगा, etc. etc. So which means it becomes critical that you need to have separate EV infrastructure to be set up. That is where that is going to be a task.
We
I
have to
don't think that
common
our
out.
utilities are ready for that.
वी हैव टू कॉमन आउट द थिंग कि सारी चीज़ें जो है वो एक ही ईवी चार्जिंग स्टेशन को सेटअप जो यूज़ करें तो बेटर, दैट विल बी द बेटर. नाउ द
हाँ,
मोर
लेकिन
थिंग
बट
इज
उनका कैपेसिटी कितना होगा, तो
कितना
हाउ मेनी
होगा.
व्हीकल्स विल वन ईवी चार्जिंग स्टेशन बी? तो
नो.
अगर आप पकड़ लो कि 150 किलोवाट डीसी चार्जर है और 200 किलोवाट का बैटरी है, so you are still talking about 1 hour to charge one bus, right? So how many buses will charge in 24 hours or in 20 hours in that?
True.
Just 20 buses, right? If that's one for one. So then you say, oh, no, we'll put up 10 of these DC chargers. And at 150 kilowatts, and 10 of them is like 1.5 megawatts, right?
That's
So that is
pretty
like having
much.
a separate
That's
power plant there.
that's pretty much of energy.
So
Now
not that. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound cynical, but a lot of the noise, because or a lot of the news and everything else that comes, people want to show. It's all about showing. देखो हमने किया है, हमारे पास इतने buses हैं, वो बस चलता है कि नहीं चलता है.
that's a major question. Actually मुझे भी अभी एक इनवाइट था but I don't went there because I want to say कि पहले इसका आउटकम आ जाने दो. I will do the consumer user review. That will be the much better. Now one more question, like how do you pay to the government or the power supply, and how the user is going to pay you?
Yeah. So actually what happens is let's say that we sell the charging station to some company, let's say some corporate, right? और हमने उनके पार्किंग लॉट्स में उनका जो कैंपस है या उनका जो बिल्डिंग है उनके वहाँ पे हम इंस्टॉल करते हैं. लेट्स से 5 चार्जर इंस्टॉल करते हैं, ठीक है? सो obviously these need to be connected to the mains and all that kind of stuff. तो हम जाके इंस्टॉल कर देते हैं and it is part of their electricity meter, ठीक है? So bill from the utility वो उनको जाता है on a monthly basis to pay. ठीक है, which is for the energy which is consumed for charging vehicles. Now, जैसे हमने किए हुए हैं यहाँ पे कुछ कॉर्पोरेट्स के साथ, तो फंडा ये है कि वो बोलते हैं, एंड ऑफ कोर्स इट इज देयर चॉइस, नहीं नहीं नहीं, हम चाहते हैं कि वी विल गिव दिस एज अ फ्री एमिनिटी टू एम्प्लॉयज. तो दैट इज ओके, दैट इज अप टू देम टू डिसाइड व्हाट दे वांट टू डू. तो देन इट इज अ फ्री थिंग, देन फिर तो एम्प्लॉय के लिए ही जस्ट कम्स, पार्क्स, चार्जेस हिज कार फॉर फ्री एंड गोज अवे. दैट इज फाइन. जैसे हम लोग करते हैं एक्चुअली हमारे ऑफिस में, वी गिव इट फ्री फॉर एम्प्लॉयज, बट दैट्स ओके, वी आर इन दिस बिजनेस. लेकिन हमारे जो क्लाइंट्स हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल, there are other clients for whom who charge their employees, saying नहीं नहीं आप use करो, you have to pay us for it. And the way that works is that all these stations are smart charging stations, so they are all networked and connected to our cloud management system, um, which essentially controls all of these charging stations. So there are various functionalities, जैसे separate user groups बना सकते हैं. Like for example, अगर एक public building है जिसमें मान लो कि मल्टीपल टेनेंट्स है, मल्टीपल कंपनीज, राइट, एंड यू कैन से कि नहीं नहीं, कंपनी ए के लिए प्राइस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज 10 रुपीज पर किलो वाट, और कंपनी बी में इट इज 12 रुपीज पर किलो वाट. सो वी कैन कन्फिगर ऑल ऑफ दैट स्टफ ऑन आवर क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म व्हिच डिप्लॉयज इनटू अ मोबाइल ऐप, राइट. तो हर एक चार्जिंग स्टेशन में क्यूआर कोड है, तो यूजर को क्या है कि ही हैज टू कम, प्लग इन हिज कार, स्कैन द क्यूआर कोड विद our mobile app that will show him the pricing which is relevant to him in that charging station, and then he pays through the mobile app. तो पैसा हम collect करते हैं obviously when the user is paying, and then what we do is we give that money to the property owner or the station owner who is getting billed for the electricity from the distributing company. So that's the logic.
Now
We are service provider.
now जैसे आपने शुरू में बताया था कि गैस स्टेशन जितना इजी नहीं है कि जाके फाइंड कर लिया, एंड वी हैव टू फाइंड द स्टेशन जहाँ हमने गाड़ी पार्क करी हुई है. नाउ मोर एवर इफ लाइक जैसे मुझे पता ही, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आई नो कि द एक्स प्लेस द स्टेशन इज सिचुएटेड, बट मुझे वहाँ पता चलेगा कि यार मैं जब वहाँ पहुँचता हूँ तो वहाँ पे ऑलरेडी 2 गाड़ी जो है वो प्लग इन है, उनको 1 घंटा लगने वाला है. आई सॉ योर ऐप इज़ वेरी फ्लूइड, दैट वेरी, आपका जो क्लाउड मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम है बहुत ही फास्ट है. तो वहाँ पे क्या नॉर्मल बंदे को भी पता चल जाएगा, जो भी मतलब उसका पार्ट है, कि ओके यहाँ स्लॉट खाली है या आप इस टाइम पीरियड में जाइए या समथिंग लाइक दैट?
Yeah, so वो तो है ही. So actually, if you look at our app, it will show you all the stations, or you can go to a separate location and you can see what stations are there. And actually वहाँ पे I don't know if you noticed, but एक color code है. So if the station is in use, then it will be red or something like that. I don't remember the color, but it will say that so this is in use, right? और अगर free है तो वो green रहेगा, और जो भी है color code. So you know that it is available for charging. तो वो रहेगा. And then there are other functionalities which are coming up. There is something called a waiting list functionality. तो मैं book reserve कर सकता हूँ slot को at a given time and so on and so forth. So since they are all software driven, there are many of these things that we can deploy quite easily.
डेफिनेटली OTA अपडेट के साथ में हम लोग काफ़ी चीज़ें जो है उसमें काफ़ी चीज़ें जो है ऐड कर सकते हैं.
Correct.
Yes. So, what are your immediate and long future plans in India? Meanwhile, you just told that you are developing the infrastructure. These are your clients, and definitely we will just go to, हमें एक स्टैंडर्ड पोर्ट के पास आना पड़ेगा, एक चार्जिंग सॉकेट के पास आना पड़ेगा, एंड दैट्स वेरी ट्रू कि हमें गवर्नमेंट का भी बहुत ज़्यादा सपोर्ट नहीं चाहिए, बिकॉज दिस इंडिविजुअल्स नीड, एक कॉर्पोरेट का नीड है, एक एंटिटी का नीड है, तो बहुत ज़्यादा गवर्नमेंट सपोर्ट की ज़रूरत नहीं है. But still, like, what are your plans? Like, okay, we have to expand in this category. Just we have to. This city has like pretty much potential. तो कहाँ जो है आप लोग का ऐसा है कि हमें ये चीज़ पे बहुत ज़्यादा जो है
Yeah,
वर्कआउट
so
करना
हमारे
है.
हिसाब से, I mean, so there are two things here, right? One is what do I want? What do I want to see? Right? What I want to see is many more electric vehicles on the road,
Okay.
right? And people actually bringing out more models, whether that's 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler, whatever it is, right? Because when people start, see, we are at like baby infancy stage of this market, ठीक है? At least for sure in India. तो अगर आप देखते हो रोड पे कितने EVs दिखते हैं, अभी तो एटलीस्ट थोड़े बहुत तो दिखते हैं, better than 2 years ago, but it's like minuscule, right? Like 0.5% of the vehicles. So I think one thing that I do want to see is the OEMs, or vehicle OEMs, should launch their models and bring it to market, right? So अगर वो on the four wheeler side अगर वो Tata हो who's bringing out new models, or Mahindra, or all the other guys, that will be a great thing, because
That
more
would be
consumer
great.
choice is more competition that will drive prices down. It'll make it more attractive proposition to consumers. Ideally, I would think that we should be able to build some way of even doing leasing, financing, which is actually more attractive than if you do leasing financing for ICE vehicles. Those kind of things will be great. OEMs, in the two-wheeler side, it'll be great if Ola starts delivering those vehicles, right? So, yeah, so just to see some more EVs on the road, I think that will be the great thing to happen. Uh, what we want, or what we want to achieve, right? I mean, at this stage, we believe that it's all about, in some ways, it's about market building, बहुत सारा education, like we spoke about various aspects of EV charging and everything else we need to do and communicate. So constant communication is our theme. Uh, and obviously, yes, we would want to be, the preferred um, vendor partner for as many organizations, parking companies, residential housing societies, and everywhere else, so that it becomes, you know, part of standard equipment. 20 साल पहले, if you look at it, for example, जो apartments वगैरह थे, ये swimming pool, clubhouse वगैरह was a strange concept. It was not there. It was like some super high thing. But अभी तो even a mid-range or a low-end apartment will have their own swimming pool and badminton and clubhouse and squash court वगैरह, because it's become part of like a standard amenity. तो ये होना चाहिए even for EV charging infrastructure. That is our dream to see, that it becomes part of yeah, it's just another understood that it is going to be
In
there.
the very beginning you told me that इंडिया में बनाते हैं नॉर्थ अमेरिका लेके जाते हैं. सो हाउ इंडिजिनियस आर यू, मतलब इंडिया में मेक इन इंडिया वाला जो पार्ट है हमारा, जो हमारा देशभक्ति वाला पार्ट है, फॉर एग्जांपल लाइक नॉट टेक द नेम ऑफ द अदर कंपनी और ब्रांड्स, बट उनका रहता है कि नहीं यार ये इंडियन है, सो पीपल आर जस्ट स्विचिंग टू देम, गोइंग टू देम. सो हाउ लाइक सेवा कनेक्ट जो है वो कितना ज़्यादा इंडियन है?
Yeah, so that's a good question. Uh, so unfortunately, there are many components that we do not make in India, and it's not made in India,
Maybe that is
right?
not possible to make in India, that's why.
Yeah, yeah. So there's no ecosystem for it,
Ecosystem,
right?
definitely.
And this is unfortunately true across manufacturing in India for various things. I mean, the good thing is that the automobile ecosystem is quite well built, but it's unfortunate that most of the other things are not. So yes, we do import a bunch of things, but in fact, I remember responding to some kind of tender or something sometime back. I think it was a government tender, uh, जिसमें they asked that very same question. Please give us a breakup. क्या percentage में? So we actually measured that, and I think it is probably about 60 to 70%, which is
That's impressive. That's impressive. Because
yeah,
I personally knowing much about the things, because I'm researching and knowing कि how सारी चीज़ें pull up हो रही हैं. इससे अगर इतनी चीज़ें आपके पास इंडिजीनियस है तो बहुत 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 अच्छा है. Definitely a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So yes, that's all from my side. That are all my questions. And if there is
Great.
anything special that you just or specific that you wish to tell me.
No, I mean, my entire endeavor here is to try and get some of the kind of thinking around how do we look at EV charging, right? The fact that it is not like A, government has to do everything. That is not the right way to look at it. B, that I need to go somewhere to charge, like that, like how we are used to going to a petrol bunk. Uh, that is the kind of misconceptions that we have, because that's like a traditional mindset, because that's all we have done all our lives, right? So some of these conceptions and misconceptions need to be kind of we need to give clarity on a lot of them, and that is really my attempt. That's what I want to do. I mean, right now it's a lot of evangelizing about what EV charging is, and given the fact that we have a lot of experience in this, it's not like we are some young startup and we are doing this for the first time and all of that stuff. Because there is this experience, and hence we are seeing what has happened, right? Even in the US, it was a journey, right? Because at that time also there was not much, and even their standards were not there, and it was all an evolution of all of that stuff. So It's just trying to spread the gospel, so to speak, based on our experience.
now India, this there are basically the things like एमपी में अलग रेट पर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, कहीं
Hmm.
अलग रेट पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, तो आपने बताया कि आपका जो क्लाइंट है वही आपको जो है वो मेजरली बिल पे करता है, बट आप लोग कंज्यूमर को जो है वो कैसे चार्ज करते हैं, लाइक किलो वाट आवर पे मान लो मैंने 20 to 80% मेरी टाटा नेक्सॉन जो है वो चार्ज कर लिया, मैंने ऑलमोस्ट 16 किलो वाट ऑफ
So,
एनर्जी यूज़ किया, तो
hmm.
हाउ द बिल विल बी
So we,
जनरेटेड?
we we don't build the end user. So जो भी खरीदते हैं हमें चार्जिंग स्टेशन हमारे हमारे से,
वो लोग डिसाइड करते
and
हैं।
they can set their own price.
ओके।
ठीक है? So we don't control that. We are only the conduit. So we allow them to
प्रोवाइड
configure on our system,
प्रोवाइड
mobile
द
app.
सिस्टम, प्रोवाइड द इकोसिस्टम,
We
राइट?
are just doing that, right?
प्रोवाइड द
So
इकोसिस्टम।
pricing is decided by each and every charging station owner. जैसे मैंने बोला था, right? We give charging for free to our employees. तो उनके लिए free है. Using our own chargers, using our own, but clients they all charge different rates. और अगर जैसे आप बोल रहे थे कि in different states price is different and all of that, so you can do it based on that.
Okay. And like one more question, last question, that basically, how environment, how are you just contributing towards environment? We are seeing like Delhi NCR currently are quite like unhealthy all the years. तो आप लोग environment की तरफ कितना ज़्यादा sustainable environment और कितना better जो है ऐड कर रहे हैं, कितना ज़्यादा, क्योंकि बेसिकली थिंग इज वही ना कि आप लोग फॉसिल फ्यूल का सीधा अल्टरनेट दे रहे हो एक ग्रीन एनर्जी,
Yeah.
तो
So
हाउ?
actually, I think यार मुझे वो number याद नहीं है, but in fact my CEO was just telling us on this call day before yesterday. Okay, so let me give you some stats. Now I kind of remember it. I think like on a last month, we did something like 1.5 million charging sessions across for the month, right? And there were some many. Not kilowatts, I think gigawatts of energy. I think close to 9 or 10 gigawatts of energy, which we provided to vehicles just last month. So, so yeah, so that means that much of kind of obviously carbon savings that we provide to the world, right? Because it is not ki air here is owned by India and air in USA is owned by USA. ऐसा कुछ तो
That's
नहीं ना.
commendable. That's commendable.
It's all worldwide.
That's commendable. That's pretty nice. Yes, so that's all for me. Thank you for joining today and sharing all the views. And if there is
Thank you.
anything that you want to ask from my side, then I'm ready to answer because I also just do go and interact and all that stuff and all.
Sure. So what is your interest in EVs and everything green?
See, the very three-word line that we are seeing is future is electric, and I am pretty much impressed by the line future is electric. Definitely, there will be a time, not a long time, not a very much of time we are having. थोड़े टाइम बाद हम लोग देखेंगे कि सारे व्हीकल्स ईवीज में कन्वर्ट हो जाएंगे, नॉट जस्ट बिकॉज दे आर इकोनॉमिकल, दे आर इजी टू, दे आर इमिशन फ्री, नॉइज फ्री, बट बिकॉज द फॉसिल फ्यूल कैन नॉट जस्ट स्टे फॉर एवर विद अस। तो वो एक चीज़ है, तो दिस इज बिकॉज लाइक बाय कमिंग जनरेशन आए हम लोग सब ईवीस यूज़ करने वाले हैं, तो इट्स बेटर कि बाद में लर्न करने से आज ही लर्न किया जाए। एंड आई एम प्रीटी एंथुसियास्टिक कि एक आईसी इंजन से एक जो हमारा बैटरी होता है वो डिफरेंट, काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिफरेंट होता है, क्योंकि एक इंटरनल कम्बस्टन इंजन तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा डिफरेंट चीज़ है कि फॉइल से आपने बर्न किया, यहाँ पे मोटर आपने लगा रखी है, तो इट्स अ कंप्लीट डिफरेंट टेक्नोलॉजी, इट्स अ न्यू थिंग। तो एक नई भी है चीज़, तो हम लोग उसके बारे में डेफिनेटली बीइंग एज अ क्यूरियोसिटी, बीइंग एज अ न्यू ईवी एंथुसियास्ट और इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स के बीच में, तो आई एम प्रीटी मच इनटू दिस, तो मैं इसलिए जो है इसमें काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टेड हूँ।
No, it's great. I mean, and it's wonderful that young people like you are interested and you are going to drive that future, right? और जैसे हम देख चुके हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल सेलुलर फोन्स में और स्मार्टफोन्स में, फ्रॉम प्रायर टू दैट नॉन स्मार्टफोन नोकिया वगैरह, हाउ फास्ट अडॉप्शन कैन हैपन, राइट? वो तो हम हमारे जिंदगी में देख चुके हैं कि when new technology comes and if it is beneficial and cheaper and everything else, then old things will just die overnight, right? अभी तो थोड़े challenges हैं सप्लाई साइड में और प्राइसिंग में वगैरह, अगले 2-3 साल में वो सब it all gets streamlined, और तब I would think that there will be a massive changeover, right? Like I said, अगर more options आएंगे, more choices. हमारे ज़माने में in vehicles, you could buy Ambassador or you could buy Fiat. Right? So from that world, it is a very different world. So the more choice, the more things, then the better it will be. So yeah, so it's great for the future.
Yeah, that's true. Future is electric. That's pretty true. Yeah, shifting.
All right.
I have seen very commercial vehicles also, three wheelers, commercial three vehicle.
Yeah.
We mostly the electric thing I have seen on road is the electric three wheelers.
Yeah.
They what they do, they just import the things from here and there. They
Yeah.
just build it up, they
Yeah.
assemble it, and they just keep it up. And
Yeah,
that's
so market studies say that the first thing that is going to go electric in India is, or completely electric in India is three wheelers, right? So by 2030, we estimate that 100% of three wheelers will be electric, and about 70% of two wheelers will be electric, and about 40% of four wheelers will be electric. So it is
वन वन
massive.
वन वन वो क्वेश्चन लाइक जैसे हम लोगों ने जब हम लोग बात करते हैं फॉसिल फ्यूल्स के बारे में या फिर कोई भी पेट्रोल डीजल के बारे में, तो वहाँ पे हज़ार्ड होता है हमेशा, गैस स्टेशन में आग लग गया या फिर गाड़ी में भी आग लग गया, इधर आप सीएनजी की बात कर लें, किसी की भी बात कर लें, तो देयर इज अ हज़ार्ड। वो मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा होता है कि व्हेन वी आर शिफ्टिंग टू ईवीज ना, एक्सेप्ट इफ वी आर जस्ट पुलिंग आउट द बैटरी पार्ट, तो ईवी स्टेशन जो है वो अपने आप में एक बहुत ज़्यादा नॉन हज़ार्ड वाली चीज़ होती है। लाइक आप मैं मेरी बिल्डिंग के अंदर एक पेट्रोल पंप नहीं लगा सकता हूँ, मुझे उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट की प्रॉपर परमिशन सारी चीज़ें लेनी पड़ेगी, बट ईवी स्टेशन इज समथिंग लाइक आपके घर के मोबाइल प्लग की तरह है, आप उसको कहीं भी सेटअप कर सकते हैं। दैट्स अ मेजर,
Exactly.
वो एक काफ़ी ज़्यादा एडवांटेज इस चीज़ का हो जाता है कि आप उसको बेसिकली कुछ टाइम बाद हर एक पॉइंट पे लग जाएगा, तो सबको अवेलेबल रहेगा, आपने जहाँ भी गाड़ी खड़ी
Hmm.
करी आप उसको तुरंत ही चार्ज कर सकते हैं।
Correct.
वो
Correct.
That's a
Correct.
pretty
Absolutely.
impressive thing. Apart from environment and all that stuff we talk about, ये भी एक जो पॉइंट है मुझे काफ़ी बेटर लगता है
Correct.
कि ये चीज़ जो है इसमें है।
Correct. So that's how all technology always advances, right? Ki not only is it better and cheaper, but it is also safer, right? And automatically, I mean, in problem solving, this is always the way that people are thinking. Ki, each one of these problems, different people might be thinking about it, but everybody is thinking about it and hence doing something about it and then making products better. जैसे पुराने वाले गाड़ियों में एक तो दे यूज्ड टू गजल फ्यूल, फिर कोई सेफ्टी नहीं है, कोई सीट बेल्ट नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, राइट? और फिर ऑयल लीकेज, ये है, क्वालिटी भी खराब था, राइट? आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट जस्ट पेट्रोल एंड डीजल व्हीकल्स। अभी देख लो आप, तो दे नॉट ओनली cheaper, they are faster, they are better in every which way, and they are safer, right? So this is all part of how we advance as a civilization. तो यहाँ पे भी होना ही है।
That's all.
Great, great, Raman. Thanks so much.
Thank you for your time as well. Thank you for your time, Prashant. It was great talking to you, and I just got so many of insights and some figure and facts as well. क्योंकि आपके साइड से भी चीज़ें जानने का मौका मिलता है, तो चीज़ें और बेटर होती हैं। डेफिनेटली जो है improve us and it will educate our viewers as well काफ़ी चीज़ों के बारे में।
Sure. All the best.